Bent! Duva and I, we have a plan.
Which is?
We drink the guard under the table. And then we're gonna steal his clothes.
Gentlemen, next round. Volunteers first.
It's my turn. I have a good feeling about this.
All right. Which color?
Spades.
Correct.
Yeah! Finally. Drink!
I'd like to, but the beer's out.
Brilliant plan.
If we just had more beer.
He's drunk. I wonder if that changes him somehow. You are playing a drinking game?
Yep. Wanna join?
I want you to become sober and help.
We are helping. We're helping, see? Benicio draws a card and we guess the suit. If we're right, he has a drink. And once he's drunk enough, we'll steal his clothes. Very simple.
How's it going with the plan?
We are out of beer.
But what's the score?
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
If Sally sells seashells by the cheese store.
More beer. We need more beer. We'll get him.
You'll not get far in this state.
Why? Where do I want to get to?
You wanted to come with us to the power plant to write an article about us.
Oh, why don't you just tell me what happened afterwards?
That's assuming we make it out alive.
See, that's why I'm getting hammered.
Are all your articles secondhand?
Not all of them. Most of it is my own work.
So you make up the stories. Why doesn't that surprise me?
Hey, I can't sell the truth if it won't make the cover. So what if an old lady becomes a hot blonde and a monk becomes a murderer?
And what do you make of two drunken good-for-nothings?
Holmes and Watson.
Can you lend me some money?
Why me?
Because you were the only one to exchange money at the heliport.
Oh, damn it, you got me. Here, take it, but don't spend it all at once, will ya?
Thanks. I'm not gonna watch this any longer. We spent our last vacation in Brazil, but I don't think he remembers. He was still a small child at the time.
Look, Bent, I got wasted. We're in the middle of the Brazilian jungle, only a few miles away from Indez's power plant, and your son is drinking with the guards. Great, ain't it?
No, it ain't great. But I haven't come here to, bark at you.
Really?
Duva, I'm sorry. I wasn't a good father. And, I made a real mess of things. Oh, well. Why don't you just have another drink? Because that's all I wanted to say, really.
Bent? Let's save the world first before we save our relationship, shall we? I'd prefer to get the small things off the table before we start dealing with the big stuff.
Yes, of course. Take care, Duva.
You too.
And don't drink too much, hear me?
Ah, now you've ruined this beautiful goodbye.
I'm just saying. A keyring with a bottle opener. That's saying something. One of Indez's security guards. He looks pretty harmless, except for that wild look in his eyes.
Cheers to Bent Svensson.
Cheers to... Who is Ben Svensson?
Some crackpot scientist and eco-terrorist. Almost got me out of a job, the nutbag.
He should be quartered and hung. That's what I would do.
Not just you, Lars, not just you. What can I do for you, stranger?
Tell me more about this Svensson.
There's not much more to say. Unkempt gray hair, mustache, runs around in a lab coat all the time, talks gibberish. He's a laughing stock.
Then why's he so dangerous?
Turned out he was playing Frankenstein with swamp grass. Wanted to take over the energy market and put Indez out of business.
Mean piece of work.
Is got a son, too. Name's Duva. That one's really dangerous.
Duva, eh? Never heard of him.
Maybe Ben Svensson isn't as bad as that.
Don't let his appearances deceive you. He's an energy imperialist of the worst kind.
Maybe his energy is better for the world than Indez's energy.
Pure imperialistic propaganda. I tell you, those self-appointed do-gooders just want to ruin the market. If they had any say in it, we wouldn't have private armies anymore either. And then I'd be out of a job for good.
Let's not paint such a bleak picture, shall we?
Right. Bent Svensson is dead. Case closed.
You don't seem to be as drunk as the others.
Luck. Pure luck. The others must guess which suit I'm holding up. So far, they got 1 right out of 4. I'm sure Lady Luck's smiling on me today.
She probably studied statistics, too. You're not playing.
No, I'm just looking at my cards. The beer's out, and we can't play without beer.
That's good. You've had more than enough.
True for them, but not for me.
We'll get you. You just wait and see.
How? Without beer?
Do you work at the power plant?
Everyone round here's working for the power plant. I had the graveyard shift at the eastern gate, and I want to get back to the barracks and catch some Z's.
But
Our boat broke down and the mechanic hasn't gotten here yet. Wouldn't be all that bad if I wasn't wasting my time.
I am a mechanic.
You're not a mechanic. You're a scientist. Mechanics either wear oil-smeared coveralls or carry around pipe tongs.
You've got ideas.
Well, you recognized me as a violent elite soldier too, right? It's the equipment that counts.
Is the river the only access route to the power plant?
We also have a heliport, but that is only for Indez and his business partners.
And over land?
It's a minefield.
A minefield.
Those who are successful have enemies, and if you are clever to boot, you hire security experts like me.
Indez has a private army?
Yes, the cream of the crop, and also the most expensive.
I hope he has enough money left for reactor safety.
Why? We are the reactor safety. We see to it that no eco-fundamentalist can get into the power plant and mess things up.
So ecology is worse than radioactivity.
Now you sound like one of those who always want to discuss everything. I'm just doing my job.
Have fun.
We will.
A swamp boat. That could be our ticket to the power plant. Ah, there's the plate with the boat type. Amazon Buggy C600. I don't like it at all. Excuse me, is that your boat?
None of your business.
May I ask you a question anyway?
No. Bugger off.
Tools. See?
So?
I'm a mechanic, specialized in airboats. May I take a look?
A Bible doesn't make a pope. First, you gotta tell me what engine we're using.
A Dunham ZX7.
Nice try, but the Dunham is a fogger motor.
How would you know?
I killed vermin on a plantation before I came here.
And now you're in Emilio Indez's private army. Interesting career choice.
Nah, I'm still doing the same thing. The vermin just got bigger.
I see.
Good.
This is the manual for the swamp boat. And there's the number of a service hotline below the title. I'll memorize that, just in case.
Hey, that's not for free.
How much is it?
Show me how much you've got, and I'll tell you if it's enough.
Will that be enough for a call?
Sure. That'll be enough for several calls. Indez is paying the bill anyway.
And what did I give you the money for?
Service charge.
I hate hotlines, but I've got no choice.
Transport Boats and Manufacturing, Inc.
I have a question about one of your engines.
What type of boat?
It's an Amazon Buggy C600.
And what engine?
It's a serial engine.
Just a second. Are you talking about the Drifter TTX?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Faye? How's your cough?
Better. And I'm not coughing blood anymore.
As soon as we've saved the algae, you must go to a hospital.
Yes, sure.
See you later.
I'll talk to you once you've answered my question. What kind of engine does the boat have?
You are using a Drifter TX.
Right.
So now that I've proven that I'm the mechanic, why don't you tell me what's wrong with her?
The exhaust is blocked. The wind rudder ripped, and the fuel hose leaks. What's up?
Something's wrong with the exhaust?
I bet someone pulled a prank and stuffed something in there. When I began my shift, everything was still fine.
Who would do something like that?
Same people who use black smoke to fake engine trouble to get my attention. Or page me during my noon break because my non-existent girlfriend called.
Sounds clever.
Nah, just childish.
What happened to the wind rudder?
It got holes in it and ripped on the way here.
Just so you know, I can't repair it. I'll have to replace it.
For an expert, you sound pretty damn incompetent.
Do you have a second fuel hose?
The top is loose. Can't you just clamp it? You must have some clamps in that toolbox.
I'll think of something. Do you take on passengers for the return trip to the power plant?
Nah,
And how can I get there then?
everybody's got to get by on their own. Think of something yourself.
I will. See you later. Looks like something got stuck in there. My arm is much too big. Maybe it will finally be of some use. Well, that's one useful fishhook. Aha, so that's the problem. A snake got stuck inside the exhaust pipe.
Is it dead?
It couldn't have survived in there. Why? Are you afraid of snakes?
Take the evil thing and throw it away. Far away. That's all you need to know.
The wind rudder is in tatters. What's that good for? Away with it. The tarp fits perfectly. Now I only have to fasten it. Ha! No outside-the-box thinking and wild improvisation for once. I can just use the staple gun with the tarp and... I'm done. Wish it were always that simple. The fuel hose has come loose and is lying on the ground. How tasteless. Well, at least they didn't throw their waste into the forest. I see. It covered a hole. It bends easily, but it will be hard to secure it. I have an idea. I'll take the shield, bend it so the screw will go through the opening at both ends, secure it with the nut, and I'll have a self-made screw clamp in no time. Not bad. I hope this works. Ha! It clamps the top of the hose to the tank. Not a permanent solution, but good enough for now.
What's up?
I've fixed the exhaust.
I know. I saw it. Stay away from me with that thing. I hate them snakes.
Sorry. I replaced and fastened the wind rudder.
You don't have to tell me I got eyes.
Don't you get bored watching experts at work all day?
That's my job. It gets interesting when one of them experts does things I don't like.
I'm glad then that our collaboration turned out so well.
Sure.
I made a screw clamp from a screw and a tin plate, and I managed to clamp the top with it. It should hold for now.
I don't give a damn how you did it as long as you did it.
Well, I did.
Fine.
The boat is ready.
Then you're not needed anymore.
You are welcome. Glad to be of service. I don't know what's attached to it. It holds something on the other side. Sounds like something toppled over. Something moved on the other side. Colonialist jungle kitsch. Either God just withheld his blessing, or I did this. It wasn't askew earlier. Must be because I removed the screw. Luckily, someone thought of storing it in a cool place. If we are still alive 1 week from now, I'll buy a round, but certainly not of this swill. There. You can continue the game.
Oh, thank you. Well, gentlemen, let's continue.
I can see the guard's cards, and if these old eyes of mine aren't deceiving me, that's hearts.
Well, spades, diamonds, or clubs?
Neither. I say hearts.
Right. I take a drink.
Spades.
Well, spades, diamonds, or clubs?
Spades?
Right. I take a drink.
Diamonds.
Well, what do you say?
Diamonds?
Right. I take a drink.
The guard is drunk enough now. He's done in. Has Lady Luck left you?
No, she's just gone to get cigs. Why do you ask such a stupid question?
There's no reason to be rude.
Oh, really?
Father, stop interfering with our game. We're doing fine without you.
If you say so. Don't you want to open that bottle?
In a minute, I have to think. All in its own good time.
Do you want me to open the beer for you?
Well, that would be great, mister. You can use the bottle opener on my key ring.
A key ring with a bottle opener. That's saying something. May I?
Hey!
Calm down, I just want to open the bottle.
Huh? Okay, but no tricks.
Here, your keys.
I'll kick your asses next round.
I'll just put them on the table, okay? That was that.
Ben Svensson isn't dead. He's here with me.
I'm just repeating what the guards said. Bent Svensson is dead, and the algae is history.
None of that is true. Indes still has one specimen. We are here to save it.
Oh, Faye, you and your plans. Why do you still believe that this Svensson will be able to achieve anything?
Because I want to believe it.
Oh, wake up and stop dreaming, will you? It takes more than good intentions to save the world. You need to act recklessly. At some point, you'll go up in smoke, and no one will remember who you were and why you were here. No one will remember me tomorrow either, but at least I'll have given the world a future.
Stay away from the power plant. Wait for us.
Too late. I've just found the back entrance. Farewell, Faye. Over and out.
Salvador! Salvador, answer me!
We have a boat.
Oh, Bent, that's great. We have to leave immediately. Salvador is going to do it solo.
Is that a bad thing?
You don't know him. He'll kill them all of those who stand in his way, and maybe he'll even destroy the algae. Where's the boat?
Follow me. Excuse me, Mr.
Yes?
We would need the boat after all.
Why don't you come and get it then? Benny, where are you? We're having a situation here.
That was your plan?
It was only the beginning. Watch and learn. Listen to me. If you don't let us on the boat, something terrible will happen.
Yeah, the two of you get shot.
No, it's about the power plant.
I can take you there if you like. We still got room for 2 caskets. Benny, damn it, get your ass over here and alert the plant.
Aim and fire.
Ah, go away! Get off of me! Ah!
Hurry, Bent, get in the boat.
Don't worry, we can make it.
Huh?
I said you shouldn't worry. The world won't end today.
It must be here somewhere. I can locate Salvador's radio transmitter on the other side of the river.
When did you say the reactor accident happened?
This afternoon, we have to hurry. Bent, look, there's a gap. We just have to lift it a little bit and then we can slip through.
For heaven's sake, Faye, don't you see all the dead insects? It's an electric fence. So don't you touch it.
It's thinner than the other branches, but still strong enough.
Please be careful, will you?
The way is clear. Salvador?
Looks like we're too late.
He can't have gone far.
Wait, we can't just storm in there. This place is heavily guarded.
Salvador found a way or he would still be here.
Or he didn't.
Salvador must have spent days here.
I hope the guards haven't caught him already.
Or the other way around. The binoculars are aimed at the plant. Salvador.
I hope.
Or the other way. Nothing. Not even a sleeping bag. Nigel had such binoculars too. If I remember correctly, you have to adjust the focus and select the area you want to inspect more closely. Then you can use the buttons on the right side to zoom in and out. It was also possible somehow to make and read notes. Looks like there's a note already.
Log 1, 2230. The target is a fortress. There must be security gaps. I just haven't found them yet. We'll systematically analyze the area and document findings in code. I'll get in there somehow.
Salvador made notes on the binocular's rim that refer to this field. I should take a closer look. This must be the place Salvador described, but I think I haven't adjusted the focus correctly yet. Yes! Salvador left a voice message about this area, and he jotted down some values too. I must analyze this thoroughly. Maybe that way I can reconstruct his course of action.
Log 2, 0142. A processing plant. Close to the jungle but fenced in. Only a few hiding places. The watchtower is another problem. I'll take a closer look at it. Maybe it's just there for deterrence.
Salvador made a note here. The tower is manned around the clock. The access point is too high and steep. They'd spot me long before I made it to the top. The guards have permanent radio contact with each other.
Log 3, 0446. The watchtower is a problem. Guards are patrolling the inner areas. One patrol starts at the garage, passes the heliport on their left, and ends at the bridge. I should take a look at the vehicles they have to pass on their way. Maybe I can ambush them there.